Hi, hello children, how are you doing? So, hope you are doing great. I am also very fine and sound. And once again, I am back here to continue our workbook paragraph questions. See, in our previous video, I have guided you, I have given instructions on how to write answers for the questions that are given at the end of the lesson, reading C of I will do it, right? And even we have discussed three workbook paragraph questions, and we have to start from fourth passage onwards. So, please open your materials, page number 76. There you can find fourth workbook paragraph for the lesson I will do it. Okay, so I will directly go to the questions. As I already instructed you, you should not do that. So make sure to read the paragraph before starting or before answering the questions. Okay, so for time being, I am not reading the passage. I am going to the first question. What is the first question? Why was the father's voice heavy when he spoke to his son? So in lesson, son came to father and he told, Anna, I have passed the IIT entrance exam with high rank. And even he told, I want to join IIT. And immediately his father stopped reading the newspaper. He lifted his head and he spoke with heavy voice. So this was the situation that they have mentioned in the first question. Father spoke with heavy voice because when his son told that he wanted to join IIT, he knew, father knew very well that he could not send him to IIT. That is why he spoke with heavy voice. So, very simple answer. Father spoke with heavy voice with his son because he has to tell a bitter truth to his son that he could not able to send his son to join in IIT. So that might be the possible reason why he spoke with heavy voice, with a sad voice, with grief. Let us move on to the second question, the 12th. Why was the boy disappointed and felt his dreams shattered? Shattered means spoiled or destroyed. All his dreams had burnt to ashes. All his dreams are gone. Totally everything was spoiled. And why he felt sad when his dreams were shattered? So very simple answer, as we have discussed this answer for many questions already. So he felt sad for only one reason. So again, there are many possible ways to say. His father could not send him to IIT. One way to tell that, and another way to tell the same answer is his father could not afford his expenses in IIT. And another possible way to answer this question is he could not send him because his financial background is very weak and he has a large family dependent on him. That is why he told his son that he could not send him to IIT. And there is another way. His father expressed his helplessness to join him in IIT, and that made Murthy feel sad. So that is also a simple possible answer. His father told that he could not send him or he could not join him in IIT. So the boy was disappointed. The boy was upset and his heart was bleeding. Let us move on. 13th one. Why was it difficult for father to say no to his son's idea of joining the IIT? See, in the lesson, there was a line. What is that line? Indeed, really, it was a difficult situation for any father to say no to his bright son. Of course, I explained clearly, no father can reject if child wants to study. No parents can prevent them if they want to study. Every parent wants their children to study well, to study higher education. Even though Murthy's father wanted the same as well, but due to weak financial background, he was feeling it very difficult to tell that truth to his son. So why was it difficult? So it is very important. We have three options there. Let us read out that. Option A, because he had limited resources, and that might be the answer for that question. B, option B, because he did not give importance to education. So didn't he give importance to education? It's absolutely wrong, because in lesson we have a sentence that he came from poor but educated family. He gives a lot of importance to education. So option B is absolutely wrong, and let us move on to option C. Because he felt Mysore College was better than the IIT. So this is absolutely false assumption. Mysore local college is no better than IIT. He did not feel that, and we have no proof for that option. So option A is suitable. He had very limited resources. Of course, probably in fact, there is only one resource for him to earn income, because as he was a school teacher, he just gets salary. So that was the only resource. With that one resource, he has to look after, he has to nurture the family, which consists of more than 10 members. So that will be highly difficult, and that is why he felt very difficult to say no to his bright son. So answer is because he had limited resources, he felt very difficult to say that bitter truth to his son. Let us move on further. 14th one, he did not reply. He never shared his unhappiness with anybody. What can best be said about the nature of the boy from the above line? What kind of nature does he have? What kind of boy he was? After reading that line, how can we say, how can we describe his quality? What kind of a boy he was? See, I already told that he was an introvert. What is the meaning of the word introvert? Introvert is the person who never spends time with others, who never talks with others, who always wants to remain alone. Right? He prefers to be single, to be alone all the time. He did not reply. See, here he is not speaking with anybody. Even many people are coming to him and they want to talk with him, but in return he is not talking with them. And he never shared his unhappiness. So by that line we can say he is an introvert. But that word is not given in the options. Actually, by reading that line, we have to tell that, we have to describe that Murthy is an introvert. But that option is missing there. What is first option? He was jealous. Was he really jealous? Was he really selfish? No. He without anger, without jealousy. It is in the textbook. So option A is wrong. Let us move on to B. He was nervous. No, that's also wrong. By that line, we cannot say that he is nervous. Option C, he was reserved. Reserved means neutral, without any feelings. He doesn't want to talk with anybody. So here the word reserve is similar to introvert. Reserved means without talking to anybody, without showing any emotions or feelings. So option C is possible answer. Option B is also closely related, but option C will be the most appropriate answer for that 14th question. Let us move on to the last question of this 4th paragraph. Choose the sentence that reflect the mood of the son. In which mood he was? What was his mood in that particular situation? It seemed his dreams had burned to ashes. Option 1. Option B, his father was sad that he had to tell the bitter truth to his son. So it is about father, but the question is about the son, about the boy. So option A is correct answer. What was his mood? He felt that his dreams are gone, his dreams are vanished, his dreams are ruined, his dreams are shattered, spoiled. That was his mood. That is how he felt when his father refused him to send to IIT. Let us move on to the next passage. I am again reminding you to go through the passage before start answering the questions. Before you start, read and read once, twice, thrice, so that you will be better after reading every time. It enhances your understanding skills. So after reading the passage, come to questions, and let me tell you answer for the first question. What was difficult for the father? So it is direct answer, the first line. Indeed, it was difficult situation for any father to say no. See, son wanted to study, but father said no. So to say no is the uphill task, difficult task for any parent, not only for Murthy's parent, right? So to say no to children, to say no to their kids to study higher studies is the difficult thing for the father. Let us move on to next question. Why did the boy's heart sink in? Actually they gave sank, but that is wrong. Please do remember that do forms, as we already discussed in helping verbs. Do, does, did. These three are do forms, and I told you a rule. Do forms always accept V1. You have to write first form of the verb after these three helping verbs. But what did they give there? They gave sank. See, after did they gave sank. It is absolutely wrong. So the question should be like, why did the boy's heart sink in sorrow, not sank? Okay, so they have given something wrong there, so rectify that word as sink. Why did the boy's heart sink in sorrow? So sink means to be filled with, sorrow means sad. His heart was filled with sadness. Why? Again same answer. His father could not send him to IIT. His father refused him to join in IIT. His father told that he could not afford his expenses at IIT. Okay, let us move on to the next question, that is the third one. The boy's age at the time of this incident. See, it is clearly mentioned he was 16 years old, but that option is not there. So the suitable relevant option is between 13 and 19 years, because 16 lies between 13 and 19. So you have to choose that option. Let us move on to next question. It was said that the boy was an introvert. I already told meaning introvert, who does not who doesn't show interest to spend with others, to talk with others, to a person who doesn't enjoy being with others. These are the meanings. So it was said that the boy was an introvert. Murthy was an introvert because, so what type of person is called as introvert? You have to select the meaning. He never shared his sorrow or helplessness with anybody. He never shared, he never talked. By that line we can say he is introvert. So select the suitable option for that question. Let us move on to next question. The bitter truth that the father had to tell. So which bitter truth should be told to Murthy by his father? What bitter truth Murthy's father told Murthy? Right? He felt very sad to tell that bitter truth. What is that bitter truth? What did the father say? The father said that he could not send him to IIT. He was unable to send him to IIT due to weak, poor financial status. So option is A. Let us move on to the next passage. In next page you can find questions for that passage, but before beginning answers, just go through the passage. Okay. So first question. Why did the boy decide to go to the station to see his friends off? See, it is happening on the day his classmates were leaving for Madras to join in IIT. Right? Already his friends were there at the station. And after some time, who came to the station? Murthy. N.R. Narayana Murthy came to the station. Why? That is the question. So there are two answers in the lesson itself. One, to bid farewell. It means to say goodbye and to wish good luck for their future. I am writing answer here. So why did Murthy come to station? To say goodbye. In other words, you can say to bid farewell. To say goodbye and to wish them for their future life. To say goodbye and to wish them for their future life. It is exact sentence from our lesson reading. See, it is in the textbook. I am not telling anything on my own. Right, let us move on to the next question. What were the friends discussing before the train left? Before the train started its journey, before the train left the platform, they were discussing something. What was that something? They discussed two things, and those two things are, they were discussing their new courses, new academics that they are going to study in IIT, and they are discussing their new hostels. What type of hostels, what type of dormitories they are going to get, what type of food, what type of accommodation will be available at IIT. So they were discussing these things before the train starts, before the train made its journey. So two examples, two answers. They are discussing new course. See, I already told you should not use about after the word discuss or discussing. Don't say that they were discussing about new courses. That is absolutely wrong answer. They were discussing new courses. They were discussing new hostels. That is the answer. They were discussing about new courses, about new hostels is a wrong way of teaching, wrong way of telling. Okay. Let us move on to the next question. The day came. What happened on the day mentioned in this sentence? See, in lesson we have discussed two important days, and one is D-Day I told two meanings. One is contextual meaning and one is general meaning. General meaning is a date in which something important is expected to happen. That is general meaning. And what is D-Day in Murthy's life? IIT entrance test day. And we have discussed another day also. The day came. Which day? The day in which their friends should go to Madras, should go to Chennai to join in IIT. So they were in the station on that day. So that was the day mentioned in that 13th question. The day came in which his friends, Murthy's classmates, were traveling to Madras. So that was the answer. Second situation, not first one. D-Day means IIT entrance test day. Here the day came means the day his friends left for Madras. So what is suitable option? The boy's friends were leaving for IIT Madras. That day came. Okay. That day came. Which day? The day in which his friend should go to Chennai to join in IIT. Let us move on to the next question. 14th one. The excited talk of his friends was like. See, it is clearly described in the lesson. The boy's noise was like chirping of birds. I told meaning of the word chirping also. Chirping is nothing but a sound produced by birds. A short, sharp, high-pitched sound. See, there were no birds, but his classmates were talking like birds' songs. Okay? So, answer for that is the chirping of the birds. Their sound about their discussion, new courses and new hostels was like the chirping of the birds. Their talking about courses and hostels was like the birds singing, the birds chirping. Let us move on to the last question. The boy was not a part of the discussion. It means he was not joining with them to discuss new courses and new hostels. Only his friends discussed, but not Murthy. So why was he not part of the discussion? Why didn't he participate in that discussion? It is very simple, because he was not going to IIT along with his friends. Only his friends were leaving for Madras. So select suitable answer for that. Okay, let us move on to the next passage, that is in the next page. Okay, let us move on further. The next paragraph. First question. Why did the boy stand on the platform without moving though it was raining? So in the lesson we have seen that monsoon had set in. Monsoon had started and it started drizzling. Drizzling means a little tiny drops of rain. So it started raining, but even the train was no longer there. His friends and their waving hands are no longer visible. So the train left, and in the train they also left for Madras. But he was not moving from there. He was standing alone on the platform, on the railway station, without moving, like a statue. Why? That was the question. Because he was so depressed and he did not realize what's happening around him. So he was standing like that, even though it was getting dark, even though it had started to drizzle, he was standing alone. So simple answer, he was very much depressed. He was very sad and he could not able to realize what was happening around him. That is why he was standing. He lost his senses also. Let us move on to the next question. Who can change one's life according to the boy's thought? The most important question that I reminded you while telling the lesson itself. So who can change? Not college, not a famous school, not a famous organization or institution. It is you. So remember that line. It is you and you alone. I am writing that sentence for you. It is you and you alone can change your life by hard work or by doing hard work. You can write in any one of the ways. So it is you and you alone, not your father, not your parents, not your siblings, brothers, not your teachers. So who can change? For whom it is possible to make you successful. So school will not make you successful. IIT will not make you successful. Your hard work will make you successful. So it is you and you alone can change your life by hard work. Let us move on to the next question, which is the 13th one. The philosophy of Bhagavad Gita says that, so it is clearly given in the statement. See, one's best friend is oneself and one's worst enemy is himself or herself. So which is suitable option for that? Option B, one's best friend and worst enemy is oneself, right? I am best friend for me, and even best enemy is also myself. There is no best enemy than me for me. Okay, let's move on to the next page. There you can find the last two questions of that paragraph. Later in his life, the boy worked hard with one aim and not bothering about his personal life and comforts. He doesn't want luxurious, lavish lifestyle. He does not want to bother about his personal life. So bother means worrying. Later in his life, he focused on one thing, not worrying about his personal life, not bothering about his personal life and comfort. Option C is possible answer. Let us move on to the last one. He never used dash. So three things are mentioned in the lesson. He never used caste, community, place or region or political connections. It means recommendations. He didn't beg for someone to recommend to get a job in any company or somewhere else. He didn't use his caste to go up in life. He didn't use his community to be successful, and he didn't request somebody's recommendation to be prosperous, to develop in life. He was independent. He was not dependent on anybody else. Instead, many thousands of people are dependent on him, but he was not even dependent on a single person in the world. Let us move on to the last passage. First question, whose great qualities are described in the passage? So if you want to answer, then definitely you must read the passage. If and only if you read the passage, then you could able to answer. So Murthy's great qualities, what are that great qualities? He was a philanthropist. I told meaning. What is meaning? One who devotes his service, his wealth, his property, everything for the love of mankind. He donated everything, and such type of persons are called philanthropists. And he was an uncompromising quality. He has that quality. He never compromises. He never settles anything less than what he really expected. So by that we can say he has an uncompromising quality. So today he has become an icon of simplicity, uncompromising quality, fairness and philanthropist. Apart from means not only these three, but also philanthropist. In addition to philanthropist, that is the meaning, apart from. Okay, so four qualities. Again I am reminding you, he has become an icon of simplicity, uncompromising quality, fairness means honesty, and philanthropist, donated everything. Let us move on to the next question. What does he show to other Indians? Very simple question. He proved that, he showed other Indians that it is possible. What is possible? To earn wealth legally, following the law, ethically, following the moral values. You need not to do corruption to become rich or to earn crores of rupees. Even being honest, even being well educated, you can earn crores of money, and he proved that. He showed to entire Indians that it is possible to earn wealth legally and ethically, need not to do fraudulent activities, need not to do corruption, need not to receive bribe from someone. So it is good enough if you are honest, and if you are well educated, and if you are a man of intellectual, man of wisdom. These three are enough to become rich, to be successful, to achieve your dreams and fulfilling your needs in your life. Okay, so he proved that, he showed that to other Indians. Let us move on to the next question. What was the great quality that made him pioneer of India's software industry? First understand the word pioneer. Pioneer means the first scientist or the first person who invented something. It means later many scientists may come and they develop that, but there will be one person surely who started that. I told an example of computer. See, Charles Babbage invented the first computer. Now many advanced versions of computers are available in the market, but they developed whose model? Charles Babbage's model. So all the remaining scientists who developed his model are not called as pioneers. Only the first person who invented the computer, Babbage, is called as pioneer. In the same way, he was a pioneer of a software company in India. He started the technology wave, information technology wave in India. So before him, nobody started software company in India. That is why he was called as the pioneer of India's software industry. So what is his quality? Uncompromising nature. He never compromises. If he wants 100% success, then he wants that. Even if he gets 99%, he won't be satisfied. He won't be content with that. He never compromises. He never wants to settle something less than he expected. If he expects for 100, he never settles even if he get 99.9%. That is the meaning of uncompromising. So they won't change their opinions. Okay. Let us move on to next question. Choose the sentence that supports his philanthropic nature. Philanthropic means to devote everything, to donate all the things that we have. So he shared his wealth with others. Shared means he donated, he gave. So by that line we can say that he was a philanthropist. That line is the proof that he has philanthropic nature. Let us move on to the last question. This passage says that. So what is the concept, the message in that passage? Knowledge and ethics help us grow in life. Grow means not physically, it is just development in our life. We have to prosper. Everybody wants to prosper in life, right? So what helps for our well-being, for our prosperity? If you want to develop, or if you want to be successful, if you want to achieve your dreams, your goals, your ambitions in your life, you should have knowledge and you should have values, morals, ethics. So option C is the correct answer for that 15th question. And with this, we have come to end of this workbook paragraph questions. Hope you understand, hope you listen everything and try to write answers on your own now. Don't copy answers for each paragraph when I told that in the video. Just you have to listen and after that start from the beginning. You have to read every passage twice or thrice, understand the question and try to write on your own. I am already told you that there are 15 marks for your public examination about these paragraph questions. 15 marks are allotted for these paragraph questions. So don't neglect, don't copy. Just try to do everything on your own. Let us meet in the next video, next part.